Yes, guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to the home of the undefeated Elche. How are you? I hope you are all happy and healthy, doing the things you love with those you love to do them with. We are back. Our team in the Premier League won yesterday, 3 from 4. Johnny's team in Germany, not so much.
We won, mate. Hang on a second. We won.
Sorry, your team in Germany won.
Yeah.
My team in Spain, Elche, undefeated in 4. Like one of only 3 teams that haven't lost a game yet. There's good things that are happening amongst the Football Inc. faithful, guys. We got to talk about all of that. We got to talk about some of the games that have taken place. We've also got some news, views, and clues to get through with you before the big game that starts at 4:30. Obviously, Liverpool currently right now just about getting past Burnley. No surprise there. Before we get into it, guys, please do me a favor. Smash the granny out of that like button. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't mind, if you are not subscribed, but you want to participate in the chat, what you got to do is rub the sub and the door to the chat will open up like Bonnie Blue's legs on a Friday night if there's a camera rolling. Guys, also, don't forget that if you do want to watch this back later on in the future or today, and you would rather watch it or listen to it via podcast platform, then you can do so on Amazon, on Apple, and on Spotify. On Spotify, you can actually watch it back. Please do. If you go over there, please do give us a 5-star rating and a follow. It really does help us out. And lastly, the last bit of admin, guys, before we get into today's show is the wonderful people over at OK Jersey have, of course, sponsored us for today's video. Shout out to them. If you are looking for the best replica football shirts in the business, then they are available for around £15-16, something like that, depending on what you buy and where you are from. But you can get an incredible discount, 8% off at checkout via discount code FINC, F-I-N-C. Please do help yourself to some early Christmas presents. If you are a Tottenham fan and you're watching this, they do have the third kit, the yellow kit. I can't watch it. It makes me look like a ripe mango. But other people that are slightly more svelte can get away with that sort of thing. I'm more of a black kind of shirt kind of guy. So I've got the second kit. Johnny, how the devil are you, my man? How are you, buddy?
I'm okay. I went to the beautiful stadium at the Olympic Stadium where they sell hot dogs. I'm still traumatized, Sean. I was too busy talking, Sean, and I tapped my credit card. And before I knew it, I'd paid £13.50 for a hot dog, if you could call it that. I then proceeded to, in shock, complain about my hot dog. I was about to place it on the counter and it rolled out the wrapping and tipped upside down, flat on. So not only did I pay £13.50 for a hot dog, absolute daylight robbery, I never ate it, but it was a good afternoon. I quite like that. That timing, to be honest with you, gave me a chance to watch.
Yeah, 5 o'clock's a great time for a game of football. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, not if you're in a relationship, it's pretty shit. It was 5:30. I had a dinner appointment at 8, which I managed to blag till 8:30, and I managed to turn up at 9 o'clock, and that was me racing like a lunatic from the stadium and jumping in my car and racing to the restaurant. But no, it's been an interesting first 4 games. I mean, some are only obviously on their third game. Currently, Liverpool struggling to break down Scott Parker's Burnley. No real surprise there in the sense that Burnley are going to be hard to break down. Scott Parker, as we know in the Championship, did a fantastic job. Hardly conceded any goals in their rise up into the Premier League.
It'd be very, very interesting if Burnley got a point out of that game.
Yeah, I mean, my point I'm trying to make here is that, I thought that, would they be able to do this in the Premier League? I think they made 13 signings, was it, Sean?
Yeah, a lot.
Something like that. And I thought that's way too many. But listen, they've done very, very well so far. Definitely giving Liverpool trouble. I don't think Liverpool are really firing at the moment. We're going to talk today about teams that have shown great strength. What I found Liverpool have found so far is great resilience to find a result without actually playing fantastic football.
Sign of a good team, isn't it? Sign of a good team.
It's a sign of a good team. And I think I think that trying to integrate, Isak, who's not part of the squad even today. I hope he hasn't gone on strike again already.
No, apparently they apparently they said before the game, because he hasn't played for Newcastle, he's not considered match fit, but he should make it back into the squad for Wednesday. But this is Liverpool. They've got enough talent to be able to rest those sort of players, mate. And believe it or not, Johnny, listen, I know there's a lot of the fans, a lot of people that are watching this are Tottenham fans, so forgive me for dipping into Tottenham for a second here, but I've got to be honest, Johnny, like that team we put out yesterday was with maybe the possible surprise of Matisse Tell in the 9. It was a relatively very strong first 11, but I've never seen the bench as strong as that. I think Tottenham have quietly gone about building, and if we can stay relatively injury-free, of course you're going to get injuries, but if we can manage that stuff, Tottenham with a couple more additions, mate, and you've got a few players coming back as well. Like, obviously we're not on the same depth level as Liverpool or Arsenal, and certainly not City. But I tell you what, I saw the reactions of that very popular Twitter handle for Chelsea. I think it's CFCPYS. Very big Twitter handle for Chelsea. And he was coming out blaming squad depth for the reason they couldn't get past Brentford yesterday. I mean,
was that
what are we doing here? You spent £2 billion in the last 3 years and you bought about 500 players and you're blaming squad depth as the reason you can't get past Brentford. I mean, shamelessness knows no bounds, Johnny. What are we doing here?
I saw a stat that said Chelsea's 49 players or something that they bought since they've come in the 3 years would take Spurs back to the signing of Nasser Chadli.
Oh, what a stat that is. That's sensational. That's like 2012 season.
Yeah, that's how well we were
13 years ago. That's phenomenal. What a stat that is.
So when you look at the when you look at what's going on, look, yesterday, we'll come on to the game, but they gave Chelsea a good game. They gave Chelsea
they did.
And I don't deny them. I think Andrews
well worthy of a point, in my opinion, mate. Well worthy of the point.
Yeah, I mean, he thought he could rest the players. So listen, depth. We're talking about strength in depth, and let's start with the team who has the best strength in depth. Let's make no bones about it. Arsenal just look incredibly strong. Forget the fact that they didn't even play. Saka was injured. Hincapié wasn't playing. Saliba was injured. They had a fantastic first team out, and yet their bench was just ridiculous. Their bench is ridiculous. They have got like 2, 3, 4 players for nearly every single position. They're interchangeable. Even Trossard, when he came on, created a chance for the goal. Zubimendi. I mean, you and I have waxed lyrical about Zubimendi and Marino as the amazing double pivot and Real Sociedad. And I suppose if you don't follow a lot of football, you wouldn't know how great they were there. But, having got Mourinho last year with the ambition and the idea to re-link these two players up. Zubimendi yesterday, he's never scored a goal from outside the box in his career, and he scored one yesterday.
And he scored 12 goals in his entire career.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is,
what a goal that was, though.
Yeah, but Arsenal fans talking about it like it's goal of the season. Let's be honest, if it didn't have the deflections, Sells was saving that, right? That last-minute deflection, I think, took it away. They were talking about it.
It wasn't a strong deflection, but it was enough to take it away from Sells' fingers.
Yeah, it was a great strike. I'm not taking away the strike. The actual connection was absolutely superb. I'm just saying Sells, who's a top keeper, would have had the deflection not taken it away. But there again, he gets
by the way, just quickly, goal of whose season? Goal of Arsenal's season? Maybe. It's nothing like as good as Richarlison's goal against Burnley, by the way.
He didn't even win goal of the month. He didn't even win goal of the month. I think he's devastated. I mean, 17.
Who won goal of the month?
Someone can tell me. I'm trying to. trying to think now.
Richarlison's goal touched every player on Tottenham's team, and it was an overhead, somewhat an over waist bicycle kick. But it was a phenomenal game. It was far better techers than what. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Zubimendi's one was good, but there wasn't a 17 pass, 11 player performance there. It was
Sabotsai. It was a great goal, Sabotsai's goal as well, was it? But for me, I mean, I'm not just being biased, talking to other fans. The fact that 17 passes and every single player in the team, including the goalkeeper, touched it, should have made that goal of the month. But it is what it is. But the fact that Zubimendi has only scored 3 goals, headed goals in his entire career, the way he took that goal, you would think that he's been doing it for a long time. They just looked incredibly strong yesterday, Arsenal. They were almost toying, like a lion would toy with a
mice or the mouse or whatever.
Just dangling it out. And Hans Postecoglou, he's had an immediate effect. The lowest XG recorded. He's already breaking records.
Why do I have this resentment towards him? I don't know why I have it, but I want to see this man be exposed for the fraud that I think he is. Despite him lifting our trophy, I feel like I'm torn, I'm contorted, because I should be like, thank you for what you delivered, but I just there's no part of me that can bring myself to think he's anything other than a fraud, Johnny. Well, I'm delighted that he's back in the Prem, because he happens to have gone to a team that I never thought I'd hate as much as I do, but I do hate Nottingham Forest, and so I'm excited to see the downfall. And I'm sure it's going to happen, but I don't know why I feel so disturbingly tough.
I think
I'm enjoying seeing him being exposed. It's weird. It's so weird.
Listen, it's not something I relish in, because I was on the Ange bandwagon, and I get a lot of stick and hate for it. I don't hate any manager. I just thought that he was a fraud, and he won us the Europa League, and I will always give him the credit for that. But I as someone who goes to games home and away, I just couldn't get away from the fact that the 22 defeats coming out that stadium game after game and seeing what I saw. And then to hear him say, what really sealed it for me was we stopped trying to win any games in the Premier League. We just concentrated on the Europa League. We are benefiting for that. But I think, when you look at some of the results, we'll come on to them after, but we'll come on to Spurs after. But, Arsenal yesterday looked extremely strong. And, when I look at Forest's team, we've discussed this before. I couldn't quite understand why, some of his substitutions yesterday. He's got what's his name? Douglas Luiz. Did you see that? Douglas Luiz is told to warm up. He warms up.
No.
Really proper warm up, and gets told to sit down. He was not happy, and they bring on Elliot, Elliot, the captain, instead of him, and his face is like this. Now, Nottingham Forest have got an obligation to buy Douglas Luiz if he plays 15 games of more than 45 minutes. So far this season, in 4 games, he hasn't played any games.
Has he played no minutes?
Hasn't played any 45 minutes.
Oh. That's fucked, isn't it?
I mean,
he doesn't want to. So what? So was that a Nuno signing then, or was it? Because we used that as part of the rationale as to why we thought it made more sense that Andrew's going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, look,
because they sold a 6 and they replaced him with an 8.
Well, what's the look? I think Anderson is a fantastic player. He really is. I mean, Newcastle obviously didn't want to sell him, but they had to for FFP purposes. He looks a really, really good player. Morgan Gibbs-White looks like he's still traumatized from the kidnapping. I don't know what's going on. I saw some of the Nottingham Forest fan bases calling for him to be dropped.
Right.
Quite incredible. Has he fallen that far off the tree just from this one incident? I don't know, but something's happened.
Nah, he's just had a bad day. He's a great player. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but I mean, he has struggled since the incident. But I definitely think that
Forest look horrendous, mate. Let's have a little look see at the table, shall we? Just as we stand, we obviously know Liverpool are still. We'll keep you guys updated. We won't keep you too long today. We'll be done by 4, so we can all go and watch the football, the big one. But we are going to take a little look see at the table right now. Johnny boy. And morning to Jabberwocky, by the way. In fact, before we get into that, let's just get the let's pay the respect that Daniel Husen has shown us, as he always does. Whereabouts is that super sticker coming from, Johnny boy?
darkest Peru.
Big up to you, Daniel Husen. Big up to you, my man. The super sticker train has commenced. We've left Machu Picchu station and we're on our way towards Europe. Appreciate you, Daniel. Thank you very much.
Come on, Sean. Let me stop the show. Clapham Junction is not here. What is going on?
He's not here yet. He's always here. Daniel Field's always here, as is Mr. Husen.
Yeah,
is Houdini. Dean. What's his name? Dean something.
Hoyson.
Dean Hoyson, that's it. Dean Hoyson. No, it's Daniel Husen.
Yeah.
And Dean Hoyson, is it? I forget. Yeah. Anyway.
Destiny's always here.
Appreciate you all very much indeed.
We respect you all, guys. We respect you all. I got people bragging in the chat. Feral Forest, 16th place in the FPL League. Get in. It's early days.
14th. 14th
no one
at the
likes
moment.
To show off, Feral. No one likes to show
14th at the moment. 14th at the moment.
Scroll across a minute to see the points. Was that 4 points?
Yeah.
Well, they played Arsenal. They lost at home to West Ham.
Palace still undefeated, mate.
Yeah, I mean they were missing Walton and Ismail Sarr yesterday, so 2 very important players for them. Had I known that, I wouldn't have gone with my choice of Mateta as my goal yesterday, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah,
4 old Wolves, mate. Look at the Midlands. The Midlands.
Can we talk about Villa? Let's talk about Villa. They haven't scored a goal in 4 games, Sean.
Oh, mate, I love it. I'm here for it. I am here for it.
So tell me something.
I'm coming for Henry. I'm coming for all those Tottenham fans that were telling me 2 years ago that Villa are something special. They're better than us. The grass is greener. I'm coming for them all because you know what? They were cheating, and as soon as the tap got turned off on their ridiculous overspend, look what has happened. The chickens have come home to roost. Johnny boy, Villa are in trouble. Wolves, however, 0 points from 4 games. But I don't think Wolves have played badly in any of the games. But apart from the City game, City they were completely walked over. They played well against Everton. They were unfortunate. They lost 3-2 at home. They lost yesterday. I mean, and they've lost all 4 games. But I feel like they've had a terribly tough start to the Premier League life. But they're still a good team, and they still play good football.
There's always hope. There's always hope. They're playing us in 2 weeks, so we've got 2 interesting games. We've got 2 interesting games coming up. But talk about Aston Villa. No goals scored. Ollie Watkins, all that attack, and all the rest of it. Is it good evening, or could it be good night?
No, they're not going to sack him. He's the best part about that club. He's the best part about that club. But
he's a great manager. He is a great manager.
Love it. Would love it if Villa, Forest, and West Ham went relegated. Oh, same.
We'll come on to yesterday's game. We'll definitely come on to that game. We got more super chats there, especially.
Let's have a look. See, Jay Sims, big up to you, Jay Sims. Choo to you, my man. A £3 super sticker. We very much appreciate you, Jay Sims. Thank you very much. Let us know where we're picking you up from. The super sticker train is on the way to get you, buddy. And we're going a little bit further afield for this one. We're going to Matty C. Big up to you, Matty C. Over in Canada. My minority stakeholder is the reason we won. My minority stakeholder.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Johnny, the PR from Shameless Tottenham is knows no bounds. Even Thomas Frank is talking about majority stakeholders, majority shareholders, rather than calling them what they are, right? The Lewises, right? The owners of the football club, the same owners as were here before, still here now. Same owners.
Dropped.
The whitewashing of this history, mate. It's shame. I can't. I'm not allowing it. I'm not gonna tolerate it. It's the same people that are in charge now as were before, and I'm not gonna allow this sleight of hand, this shameless sleight of hand, my man. But thank you very much, Matty C. My minority stakeholder. If you're talking about Daniel Levy, I think he's my minority stakeholder too, my man. My minority stakeholder. Lipstick on a pig, slip end koi. Exactly, mate. Lipstick on a pig. Good use of the emojis, my man. Good use of the. Let's talk a little bit about them, shall we, mate?
I'm just going to say Villa. Villa are desperate to try and tie John McGinn down to a contract. Not quite sure why he's not signed yet. But I may be feeling that it's one of the reasons why he doesn't want to sign. He knows something that we don't. I'll just give you some other sort of round the things. Lamine Yamal could be out for quite a while with an injury. Michael Olise, here's a player that every club should have gone for. Bayern Munich has slapped £100 million price tag on him. And hardly surprising after their 5-0 win yesterday at home to Hamburg, your team. He's very good. I mean, I don't know whether they're hedging their bets because Nico Williams is on their target list. But is Nico Williams really, because they haven't had a great start this season, is Nico Williams even in Michael Olise's stratosphere at the moment? I don't think so.
They play different sides to start, but like Elise is for me he's one of the best in the game. It's terrifying.
I love him at Crystal Palace. Him and Eze together was like a dream partnership. I tell you what, one player that seems to be causing a bit of a stir at Lille is Ayoub. I can't even spell his name. Ayoub Boudi.
Hang on a second. I need to get a jingle for Johnny's accents. It's time for Johnny's accents. It's time for Johnny's accents. Go on, say it again.
Ayoub Boudi.
Ayoub Boudi. Okay.
Yeah, he's a French midfielder. Apparently, he's just turned 17. Look him up. Ayoub Boudi, right? Ayyoub Boudadi. Boudidi. Everyone's after this kid. Spurs, Liverpool. Well, I say Spurs. I mean, it's like, when it comes to the race, we're also Rans. But he's meant to be the next hot talent coming through. It's amazing how young these talents are coming through. We used to see talents coming through sort of 18, 19. Now they're identifying, we get talents. I mean, Max Dowman, 15. Lamine Yamal, this kid, 17. Is 17 the new 19? Or the new 20? For top,
I don't know, maybe, but it might also just be one of those things where like there just happens to be a hot pocket of potential that's exploding at the same time. I still think that 17, well, look, I don't know anything about him, so if he's a top talent, I haven't watched him, so I don't know, but we shall see. I'll tell you something else that's becoming an emerging trend, Johnny, of 2025-26 season: long throws. Everyone's got a long throw. All of a sudden, right? There was Rory Delap about 15 years ago. There was doing his weird thing where it was just a launcher for Stoke, and it was a rocket that came in at about 8 foot and never really. It was just flat and direct and powerful and dangerous as hell. But he was a rubbish player apart from his long throws. But he got in the team because of the power of the throwing. All of a sudden, everybody has a long thrower. Tottenham have got a couple. right? You've got Danzo that can do it. You've got Bergvall that launches them as well. Burnley have got a long throw specialist. Villa have got one. Newcastle have got one. Arsenal, no doubt, will have one soon. All of a sudden, mate, the long throw is back in fashion. Is it like, I don't know, is it like the physical specimens of football in 2025 has like the training regimen, like the training regimes that they're put on has suddenly exploded into a world of opportunity that throw-ins are now just as dangerous as corners, but everybody's got a long throw, Johnny. It's the new thing.
Listen, I actually think that there's far too much snobbery, as very well put by Andrews at Brentford, when clubs look down or fans look down on clubs that use a long throw. It's an edge. If you're looking for an edge and you've got the tool, why would you not use it? Why 100%. Should you say, oh, it's not football? It is football. You're allowed to throw the ball, right? So utilize it and use it. The fact that it's come back in fashion. I remember when Stoke, Rory Delap used to throw the ball, used to cause havoc. And, Stoke are doing that now. They're doing it still with their throwers.
Everyone's doing it, mate. Everybody in the Premier League has suddenly got a long throw. They're not all as fantastic as Rory Delap's was, but they've all got someone that can get the ball into around the penalty area, around the 6-yard box. There might be Lobby and Loopy or whatever else, but everybody's suddenly doing it. It's a new tactic. It's a new dawn in set pieces, Johnny. And they're here to stay, my man. They're here to stay.
I mean, the goal yesterday from Brentford's long throw.
Yeah.
For Carvalho to score in the last kick of the game, that came from a long throw.
Yeah, exactly.
And why not? They're talking about long throws. Yesterday, I almost embarrassed myself. Do you remember you were sat next to me when we were talking about Pedro Porro's going to do a long throw? Do you remember? And
what game?
I was sat next to you with Ricky against Burnley.
Oh, yeah.
These guys said, watch this, guys. Watch this. Right? It's going to be a long throw. He takes the big long run up.
Yeah.
It's like that, right? Well, yesterday, I had another one, right? So you saw Bergvall throw the ball, beautiful long ball into the box. So second half, he's down by our end. And I said, here he goes. Watch out. Bergvall's putting one into the box. It was the worst throw. He has got a launch on it, mate. He has got a launch on it. Did you see the one that he threw yesterday? I saw the one that slipped out of his hand. It slipped out of his hand.
It flopped. A complete flop. I saw it and I laughed. I laughed doing the watch long about it. But he does have his isn't as good as Danzo. Danzo is by far the best that we've got. But you can see everybody is. It's just weird, mate. It's weird. Like when you start paying attention, because we're doing content now and we're talking about all teams. Obviously, until now, I've just been doing Tottenham, so I'm very dialed in on Tottenham, but not as dialed in on everyone else. But because of the preparation for this, you have to you spend more time just looking at things, right, and learning shit as you go along. Everybody's doing it. And I don't know if everyone was doing it before, but I don't think they were. I'm sure I would have become aware of it. But this season, it seems like everybody universally in top level football is trying to find someone because there's a massive amplifier of value in being able to launch the ball in. Now, some people are not as good as others, but every team I've watched has got somebody that has the ability to launch that. And I don't know, have you ever tried it, Johnny? Have you ever actually got a football and tried to launch it more than like 20 yards? It's bloody hard, mate.
You have to go through the routine. You have to get your towel. You have to dry it out. You have to dry your hands.
Yeah.
The thing is, why should it be a trend, right? Why should it be a trend? I mean, it's almost been dead for years now. It shouldn't be a trend. It should be there. I mean, Arsenal's, as we said in the chat, Arsenal have created that, 5 or 6 at the back post, been sensational at set pieces. And, they were doing it against PSG and everyone was looking at them and saying, what's going on? Another trend, but that trend shouldn't die. I think this should be permanently in football. I've never understood why it died in the first place. But another trend in football, as seen in the final by PSG, and why I thought to myself, has someone had a bet of the ball going out for a throw in within the first?
PSG smashing the ball out from the kickoff.
Smashing the ball long and out of touch.
But they're doing that. They're doing that for the press. It might also be for betting. It might, but they're generally doing it because they smash the ball out and the opposition gets a throw in deep in their own half, and then PSG think that they're good at the press. They are very good at the press, and so that's the value. That's the reason why they're doing it. Right? It's just 8 seconds into the game to basically try and
doing it. So my point here is that it's become a trend. Certain clubs are doing it, starting the game. I noticed Spurs didn't start doing it yesterday, but clubs are doing it. The one trend I'm struggling with, Sean, VAR, mate, it's just not fit for purpose. The contradictory, I sometimes wonder whether they've popped out to Pret or something for a sandwich during the VAR decisions, because there's no consistency. I keep going on about Man United's goal against Fulham, where Yarrow, was it Yarrow? Yarrow, double hand push on the back of Calvin Bassey. Not only did he push him out the way, but he rose and smashed the ball in the back of the net. You're seeing other decisions where it's not happening. Yesterday, you had a player pushing Mickey van der Ven, and because he's pushed him, he's gone into another player who's gone on the ground, right? And Romero's gone up and he's scored, and they've ruled it out because of that. And yet later on in the game, you see Mickey van der Ven absolutely rugby tackle to the ground inside the box, 2 hands.
10 minutes later.
Pardon?
That was 10 minutes later that happened.
Yeah. And yet nothing was given. There's absolutely no consistency. And I don't understand. Like, why as fans, we're watching it on television, right? Okay, we understand that VAR was brought in to supplement a referee missing what could have gone on the pitch. And when you're in the stadium, you can miss things. So VAR is there. But when we're watching it back with the TV, and they're in the VAR, and they've got even more cameras than us, they've got more stuff to work on than us, and they can't come to the correct decision. What is the point? I mean, I honestly thought, Sean, that we were coming to a point where this season, with all the controversy last season, that this season would be better. We're 4 games in, and we're actually, it seems like it's actually worse than it was last season already. Yeah.
No, the VAR spoils every single weekend. I mean, yesterday was an absolute disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace. Like you say correctly, Van der Ven was like, what happens, mate? It's natural physics, right? What happens when you get shoved in the back? When you're thrown off balance, your natural thing is to put your hands out. But I'll tolerate the fact that if the rule is that if you put 2 hands on a player and you're going to punish the attacker rather than the defender, fair enough, but make it consistent, because it was 15 minutes later. Van der Ven was put in a cocoon by the defensive outlet. So, it was absolute disgrace yesterday. Obviously, it didn't punish us, but if it had punished us, would anything have happened? No, and no one's even remembering it. I mean, you and I will remember it. Tottenham fans will remember it and talk about it, but it's not going to be in the stories on Sky Sports. And yet everyone at halftime in the entire Sky Sports community, everybody online, Twitter, everyone, Alan Sugar, everybody was saying, yes, it's an absolute disgrace. But because we won the game, like, there's no need for PGMOL to come out and apologise, because it didn't affect the result. But it could have done. Right? So what? So you only focus on the ridiculousness of their inconsistencies in the games when the decision ended up being on the wrong side, or happening to the team on the wrong side of the loss. Like, it's an absolute disgrace, mate. Absolute disgrace. By the way, Johnny, just quickly, have you seen that Alan Sugar is suing Sky Sports and Jamie Redknapp because he called out Jamie Redknapp saying that Tottenham were in a mess when Daniel Levy took over. Like, what are we doing here, Alan Sugar? He must have been on some seriously strong, nice bottle of Chateau Neuf de Pape a 75 Chateauneuf de Pape or something.
He's had enough. He's had enough because, listen, look, Jamie Redknapp is bitter and twisted, right? Okay. All he goes on about is his dad, how he was treated by Daniel. Now Daniel's gone, right? Now Daniel's gone. He's praising Daniel and slagging off Alan Sugar. You don't mess with certain players. Listen, Jamie Redknapp is a tool some of the time, right?
Sure. You can't sue a guy for having an opinion.
You can't sell a guy for an opinion, but if he states something which is totally...
he said he left Tottenham in a mess. He said that when Daniel Levy took over, the club was in a mess. That's his opinion. Right? That's his opinion. Alan Sugar is salty. Alan Sugar is salty and wants to throw the legalities at it to get an apology, to get some settlement. I wish Jamie Redknapp takes it to court. Take it to court because it will get laughed out of court because so you're not allowed to have an opinion now. If not, Johnny, then you and I will get sued every day, every week by every player in football if we say this guy, Matisse Tell, was shit yesterday. You'll be hearing from my lawyers on Monday morning. What do you call him? A double-loaded Wally or something, or a double-barreled idiot. What are we doing here?
He was on the sugar. He was on the sugar. But listen, back to VAR, just to say, guys, right? Okay. This, we are Spurs fans, obviously, but, we don't want to get trapped into just talking Spurs. The VAR I'm not making it Spurs-centric. I'm saying, look at Man United, what happened with Fulham. 2 hands, a blatant 2-handed push on his back into Bassey's hand. He rises up and heads the ball. It's a foul, right? That's clear and blatant. There's been some clear and blatant decisions. And they're not even getting recognised. And it's not us. It's across the league right now. And I think something's got to be done. I don't know. Look, I think Liverpool are struggling. I don't know if anyone's watching it. I just looked across there. 76 minutes gone. And Burnley are resilient, really holding out. Whether or not they can get a late goal. It's going to be an interesting place to go to. The last time I went to Burnley, we won 5-2. So some of the games yesterday, Sean.
I'm just as I'm sitting here right now, Johnny, I'm looking at the predictions, right? And we're not doing the predictions show today. We'll do them tomorrow when it's all done and dusted. But just so you know, this guy has had an absolute weldy. And poor old Nikos, who went a little bit contrarian, he's had an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, we'll have to find somewhere.
You've landed somewhere in between, but this guy is back. Unless something magical happens in the next 5 or 6 hours, I have stormed back into the lead and created an insurmountable lead. I think for the next month, I'm going to be top by Christmas. I'll tell you that right now. It's insane.
Let's talk about Bournemouth. Come on, let's talk about Bournemouth. Iriola, what a coach!
Yeah,
is he going to be the next? Is it he or Glasner going to be the next manager of Man United? We'll come on to them in a minute before the big game. We'll do a quick prediction for that one. But Bournemouth yesterday, Semenya again was absolutely superb. Bit of controversy in the game. When he pushed off, who was it he pushed off now? I'm trying to think now. Let's see if I can find his name. I'm trying to think who it was that he pushed off the pitch. Oh, yeah, Maxim de Cooper. Did you see? I don't know if you saw it as he was running for the ball. He's given him the nudge. He's gone straight into the digital holding.
Yeah. He's gone off
injured. But 2-1 yesterday. I thought it... I just think that here's a team that hasn't even spent the money that they haven't really spent the money that they bought in. I mean, was he confident of what he already had, Sean? Or do you think Foley sold him a bit short? I thought, and you thought, that Foley had sold Iriola short. But it didn't seem to make any difference to him at the moment. I mean, the squad is quite thin. Alex Scott's got a beautiful goal yesterday.
Unbelievable goal from him. Unbelievable goal from Alex Scott. Really good player, mate. Really, really good player, that guy.
I liked him for Spurs, funny enough, a couple of years ago.
Boy, right? Tottenham boy as well. £25 million they paid for him, and he's really growing into a decent player.
Yeah, but Semenya, I mean, surely, is he going to be there next season? I can't see it, Sean.
He just signed a long contract. He's become their club's highest earner. I think he's earning over 100 grand a week, which is a lot for Bournemouth, but it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. For me, Semenyo is as good as Kudus, better, if I'm entirely honest.
Yeah.
I don't know how old is he, Semenyo? Let's have a look. Semenyo is...
I think he's 25. I think his output is definitely better.
Only problem is these players, mate. They play for African teams, and it's a like...
He's Ghanaian.
Yeah. I know, yeah, and so they haven't qualified for... Ghana hasn't qualified for this January. But if I'm entirely honest, right, if you're looking for ways for African footballers to get their kind of glory, get their, rise up, right? Like more African footballers playing for bigger teams. One of the ways that you do that is to stop doing the African Cup of Nations every 2 years, because it puts teams off that you're going to lose these players mid-season for 5 weeks if they do well. And yet, like, the African continent just developed so many absolute incredibly physical, incredibly technically gifted, and incredibly versatile players. And yet, most big teams want to avoid them, or that they'll have 1 or 2 max, but they don't want to have 3 or 4 players in their team or their squad that are African, because they lose them for 5 weeks. It's like a long-term injury every single season to every player from Africa if they play for a team that does well every other season in that tournament. Like, make it once every 4 years, or make the tournament in the summer, or do something. But like, it's a massive cock block on their own on that continent's growth, isn't it? Because then no one's going to want to stack their team full of African players.
It hasn't stopped them. It hasn't stopped them. But listen, Bournemouth, they are, amazingly sitting in 4th place at the moment, which is quite incredible. I'll tell you who were unlucky yesterday was Everton against Villa.
Doing well, Everton, mate. Everton 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 victory.
We fancied them, didn't we, Sean? We fancied them to.
Yeah, they look a better team, mate. The Friedkin group, Johnny. They come in and they tighten things up, but they get like, I did a video about it on my other channel. As soon as I heard the Friedkin group were going to save Everton, I was like, Everton will be just fine. Everton will be just fine, because the Friedkin group they know what they're doing. They're a very, very, very good organisation to own a football club. Everton fans should be excited because they've gone about...
Wow.
They haven't acted... What's happened?
No, I just said, I can't pronounce his name. Ogu Chaku just got a red card. Was it really a red? I mean, for me, I thought it was a yellow card. Here we go. Inconsistency again for Burnley.
You got a yellow card. You got a yellow card, and then a second yellow for a red.
Oh, it was a second yellow. Sorry, beg your pardon. Right. So I just saw the red, him going off. It was definitely a yellow card. No 2 ways about it. I'll tell you who was fantastic yesterday for Everton. A player that you and I both really like, Ndai.
Great player. He's in my fantasy team. He's a great player.
Ndai and Grealish were superb, but the goalkeeper yesterday, he just kept pulling it out. I mean, the amount of saves that Martinez had to make yesterday, absolutely fantastic. And that sort of kept Villa in it. But it's going to be a tough place to go, Everton, mate.
They look like they've sort of... But they were close to going down under all that PSR FFP thing. They managed to get enough about them, and they stayed up. And now under the Freaking group, they've turned the corner, mate. And I think they're going to be... I don't see them as like a genuine threat, but I think they're the sort of team that are going to pick up points. I think Europe's probably a stretch too far for them this season. But if they keep going the way they're going to go, I think next season they're going to be chomping at the bit to get ahead of teams like Villa, get ahead of teams like Palace, to get ahead of teams like Bournemouth. They've got a good manager. They've got a lovely little squad that they're building there slowly. And you just think back 12 months ago, they were in the pits, Johnny. Everton were like just a broken football club. From all of their FFP transgressions, all of what Mashiri did as the wer, absolute bozo, overspending money. Yeah, it's so quickly they've turned it around, Johnny. It's brilliant. Brilliant for them.
For me though, not enough credit has been given to David Moyes. I mean,
he's brilliant.
He was thrown under the bus for the Man United job, but since then, before then, and since then, he's just been absolutely immense. The way he came in after Sean Dyche and turned them around in an instant, and changed the game. Here comes Ngumu.
Please don't react if there's something happens. I'm probably like a minute behind you on the live stream, so please don't.
No worries at all. The other games, obviously, Palace, Sunderland. It is what it was. Fulham, that own goal, Sean.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant header.
Fantastic. Just wrong end.
What was he doing? Did he have a brain fart or something? I mean, what the hell was going on? It was just the most unbelievable header. I think we got another couple of super chats.
Yeah, Sam is me. I don't look at that. I've got the stream up in front of me, but I'm actually looking on a different channel. So I'm looking on a different screen to look at the football. So I probably won't see it. But please, the chat, please don't announce what's going on in the last 5 minutes because it's interesting. Spurs OC's come in. Big up to you, Spurs OC. Spurs OC, I need to know where you are, my man. Are you Spurs? Is that OC as in Orange County? Are you in California? Because if you are, here's a little bit of a little taster for you guys. Sean Butler at the Spurs Talk Show. I'm going to be, and I asked Saba today randomly if he was up for it, and he said he is because he's got a history of cycling. I have no history of cycling, but in 2026-27 season, I'm going to be cycling across America. Oh, shit. Hang on a second.
One second. I hope you managed to stay on the bike longer than you stayed on your mic and camera, mate. Jesus Christ.
Hang on, I'll be back. Give me 2 seconds. Let me sort that one out.
Right, whilst he's doing that, whilst he's fallen off his perch, I will talk about. I'm back.
Okay. We're back in the game.
For those on audio, right on cue, Sean talking about going on a bike ride, fell off of his stool with his camera. He had a blank
I'm going to be doing a cycle across America, and we're going to start in September, and we're going to go from Florida, and we're going to end up in California, or I am at least. And if Saba wants to join, he's more than welcome to. But we're going to cycle across, and we're going to time it so that we're in. We get to a bar that is frequented by a specific American fan show. A local Spurs, like Houston Spurs or Dallas Spurs, whatever. And so we're gonna do it for charity. And so Spurs OC. If you are from Orange County to Tottenham, then let me know, and we will.
We got Alexi Chaka, big up from San Antonio, Texas, lads. You're all doing some great work. Thanks very much. We've got a lot of support, a lot of fans out there in America. Quite a lot in Asia and Scandinavia as well, even some in the UK. Let us know who you support and where you're from. We like to understand where everyone's from. We got people from Peru, Asia, Singapore, Australia, you name it. We've got them.
We've got a super chat as well from Matt C. Appreciate you, Matt C. He's come back in with another one, mate. He says, Elche is cooking this year, Shawnee. I mean, listen, we'll do the roundup tomorrow. But if we were doing the roundup right now, I'd be doing this.
It's that time once again. It's time to check in. We're going round the world to all our second teams.
And I'll be spending a lot of time over in Elche, Johnny, because my Elche team are undefeated, Johnny. They are undefeated in 4, and they've had some tough games, my man. They played away at Madrid, they've played Valencia, and they've now done. Was it Villarreal yesterday? They did as well. Like they're doing bits.
Yesterday, someone fell out and missed out on an accumulator for Elche drawing. I hope you didn't have Valencia to win. And you had Elche.
Where is it? I've got it here. Let me find it. Let me find it. Where's the? Someone says, "Surely you killed my Aka."
Yeah, surely you killed my Aka. I don't know if he bet against the mighty Elche. Let me tell you, my Cremonese. We'll come on to them tomorrow, but my Cremonese, who were favourites to get relegated, are doing fantastic. We beat AC Milan away, mate.
Amazing. Because Jamie Vardy, mate. Jamie Vardy sold out. Jamie Vardy has sold all the shirts that Cremonese have ever made.
I can't get one.
So that you can't get one, Johnny.
I've tried. I'm still trying to get a Cremonese shirt. It's a lot harder to get than a Tottenham home game ticket against Villarreal.
Yeah.
Which are still on sale. Listen, I just want to give a big up to Hearts Football Club, who went top of the league yesterday in Scotland. And Russell Martin, how is he still in a job, mate? Rangers are in 10th.
I don't watch Scottish football. Talk to me what's going on over there. I know you're a big Rangers fan. So tell me what's
I'm a big Rangers fan, but he's just absolutely shambolic. He got absolutely slaughtered against Club Brugge in the Champions League. He got annihilated. Mikey Moore's out there at the moment. He played the first 45 minutes yesterday, but to get beaten again 2-0 at home, he has to go. Rangers are in 10th place. But what I'd like to say is, as much as I'm a Rangers fan, it's by default because I lived up there and I met a Rangers player. That's how it came about. There's no religious affiliation. It would be great to see someone break that monopoly.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Wasn't it Hearts or was it Hibs that Tony Bloom invested in?
Hearts.
Yeah. And he said, I'm going to turn them around. He's only been there 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, that's a penalty, is it? Yeah, it is. Oh, Liverpool got a penalty. No way.
Yeah, we knew it. Oh,
I can't believe that in the 93rd minute.
Yeah, that's a penalty. He put his arm out. You can't do that.
Fucking, what are you doing, Hannibal?
It's got to be.
Oh, you bastard.
It's got to be.
Poor bloke is
so tell me, if he goes, which he should go, does Nuno, can you see Nuno going to Rangers, European football, or do you think he's going to hang on for the West Ham job? Or
Nuno will get a job in the Premier League, I think.
Yeah. Will he go back to Wolves?
Yeah, probably, mate. Probably.
Is it more salad? It's more salad with the penalty.
Oh, I can't believe you, Burnley, you bozo. What have you done there, mate? Oh, the guy's heartbroken.
Let me tell you something. Dubravnik is a good goalkeeper.
It's going to be the last kick of the game as well.
He was meant to be my goalkeeper today. Oh, no. Unbelievable. That's the resilience I'm talking about, Sean, where you don't play well and somehow you find a way. They're not playing well at the moment, Liverpool. The blend's not quite right. Scott Parker must be absolutely sick as a dog.
What a pen as well, by the way. What a pen that is.
Sick as a dog because they've been absolutely fantastic. Certainly helped my fantasy points because I had Virgil van Dijk and more Salad as my captain.
Oh, poor Git. Poor Git.
Gutted. There's been some.
I'm gutted.
There's been some tragic last minutes. Listen, the one thing is, we're talking about all teams. As much as I fancy Arsenal to win the title this year, that must have killed Arsenal fans sitting there. It must have killed them.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy that's the takeaway. But
that's the plus. If you're a Spurs fan, if you're a Burnley fan, you must be choking there because they played absolutely superbly today. Superb game. Absolutely superb game.
Guys, do us a favour, smash the like button. We haven't asked too many times. There's 270 people here. Obviously, middle of the games on a Sunday, so numbers were going to be a little bit lower. But we appreciate everyone for being here. But please do smash that granny for us. If you enjoy the chat, anyway, then smash it. I'm so devastated that.
Listen, guys, if you're watching also, because a lot of you watch, but you don't hit the subscribe button for some reason, maybe because people, when it says subscribe, whenever I think of subscribe, Sean, I always think I've got to pay for something. But subscribe is not, I think they used the wrong word. It should just be follow, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
It should really be follow rather than subscribe because it's the wrong terminology. Hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you any money. All it does is that if you want to go onto YouTube and find us. It's very easy. We'll always be there, and we'll pop up on your streams. One player who's had a terrible season last season, who'll be looking to get back on the track this afternoon for the big game, is Phil Foden, Sean.
Yeah.
I expect him to have that. He needs to get back on track this season. Pep Guardiola says he's the first. I'm desperate to feel happy. And in every training session, he's smiling and can contribute. That's one of the reasons why last season we struggled, because we missed him a lot in the final third. Creativity-wise, work ethic, he's top. Do you think, a bit like Grealish, it's money that turns these kids, because he's young still? He's still really, really young. Is it
Phil Foden?
Phil
Foden's won more major trophies than pretty much everybody that's playing football right now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, at that age, to keep driving yourself forward, to strive to better yourself when you're achieving.
I think he needs to get out of Manchester, mate. I think he needs to go and join a new project somewhere. You know, like he's won a hell of a lot. Look at Jack Grealish, right? Look at the resurgence of Grealish, which, you know,
yeah, he was outstanding yesterday.
We both didn't think would happen quite the way it has. He's been fantastic because he's got out of Dodge, you know, and it's like it's nice to see someone of his age to be able to have that second wind. And I think that maybe Phil Foden could do with getting out of City and start becoming, like, going and being the biggest guy at a slightly smaller team and just being part of something. I'm not talking about going to a Burnley I'm not saying that at all, of course not. I'm saying, like, but go and join a Newcastle, go and join a Tottenham, go and join a team that's there or thereabouts, that his value will be appreciated, because after a while, things just get stale, mate. Like, Jonny, I don't know if this was your career path, but my career path, like, I spent 10 years in investment banking, and I got stale. I didn't like it. I didn't like who I was becoming. I got lazy. And I got out of there, and I went to Thailand, did some Thai boxing, and then I ended up working for Google, and I started again, learned a whole new game, a whole new industry, and I fucking loved it. And after like 7 years of doing that, I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to come home, do my own thing. And then doing that for 5 years, and then the hacking, what happened to me or whatever, put that one on the back burner, and now I'm doing this, right? And it's like maybe in 5 years' time I'll get bored of this and go, you know what, fuck it, I'll go and learn how to become a physical therapist.
You hear that, guys? Live on radio, he gets bored of this. Bloody cheek. There's no chance. No, but listen, my path.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, sometimes you need a reset, a factory reset of your life.
My path is not dissimilar, Sean. Like, because I've reinvented myself. I've had careers. I've done well in things, and then stopped them, and then gone on to something else. So yeah, but I mean, he's a young kid, and when you got so much money so soon, so much success so soon, how do you drive yourself on? You have to be really strong mentally to just keep doing it and not have a drop off. And last year he had a serious drop off, and so did Manchester City. The whole squad did. It's going to be interesting now to see whether they can go again. While we're on the Manchester game, I thought we'd drop into our friend, always worth value, Ruben Amarim. On Benjamin Sesko, he's great box office, Ruben Amarim, just says what he thinks, and often it's just like
controversial.
Yeah. We have a guy here who likes to go inside the box to have a header. Wow, I never knew that. What, the guy the same height as Peter Crouch?
What are you talking about? Sesko.
Benjamin Sesko, right? He can run. He can run, Sean.
Yeah.
He likes to go inside the box to have a header. He can run. We need to use him more as a runner. He's going to improve. You can feel that he feels the pace is very different. He's going to get used to that. But maybe against City, it's a good moment to start the game. And Ruben Amarim on Kobe Mainoo, who just has gone from hero to can't get a game. I watched a lot of the Premier League games while I was in Portugal, and you could feel that United was really about transition. Kobe was the only guy that calmed down the game. Now we have other players that calm down the game. We play different, and so sometimes I expect more from Kobe Mainoo. I know he can give that. He's really good at controlling the game, But if he plays as a number 8, he has to reach the box and return back to midfield. Sometimes he has to cover a lot of space, and he's not doing that now. Like a lot of guys, Kobbie Mainoo wants to play more. I believe in Kobbie, but some of you think that Kobbie Mainoo is already done and cooked. I think he can do so much better. He can improve a lot.
That's the way you say it, Johnny.
I mean, hang on a minute. I mean, come on. Like, how's he meant to improve if he can't get a game? He can't get a game. And this is another one. Ruben Amarim. You can't compare me with Guardiola. No shit. That guy's winning all the time. He can relax if he's not winning anymore. I have to prove it every day. Compare me with the situation of Guardiola is a complete joke.
Fucking hell. Just quickly. Yeah. I mean, he's a bozo, mate. He might be honest, but his honesty just leaves himself to criticism. Soul Sniper Gaming. I said this, mate. I said this to you when this was going to happen. Florian Wirtz, it's fucking difficult, mate. How many people that make up that pass the £100 million barrier have been successes? Maybe one or two. Declan Rice, maybe one or two, not many. Florian Wirtz has been shocking, says Soul Sniper Gaming. He's been replaced twice, by the way, for a 16-year-old. It's not been a good start to his career, mate. I know they got away with it. I know they're 4 from 4, and congratulations to Liverpool. They find a way, and whatever. But at the end of the day, Liverpool, you're right, Liverpool don't look good. I actually can't stand Liverpool. For some reason, there's something about them.
Liverpool. I like them.
I can't stand how they always get the rub. Something always happens. I mean, that was a clear pen, but I'm not saying that wasn't a pen. Yeah. It was a clear pen. But like, there's always something that happens that falls their way. And I just like the shamelessness of their fans at times. It just knows no bound. But Florian Wirtz for me hasn't hit the ground running at all. And it's a heavy weight to lift. That price tag is like a millstone around someone's neck.
Can I say something controversial? Actually, although he hasn't contributed goals and assists, you can see he's a top player. Personally, I can see he's a top player. The way he receives the ball, the way he moves with the ball.
Of course, he better be a top player for 120 million pounds.
So I understand that people judge it by goals and assists. But if you look at his technique is absolutely superb. And,
he's giving the ball away a lot, mate.
The question is, and always has been, with players come from the Bundesliga and come from any league, can they handle the physicality? I mean, we'll finish on Spurs. Xavi Simons yesterday, he was doing some good things, and he gave the ball away as well. Will he be able to?
Fine debut. I thought he was fine.
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, great delivery of the ball. But the question asked about him and others is going to be: can they handle the intense pace and the physicality of the league? Because there is nothing like the Premier League in world football. Nothing. No one plays with the pace and the aggressiveness of the Premier League. And, certain players will struggle. Who's going to be, sometimes it's the also-rans, the ones that go under the radar who are signed. I mean, look at Bournemouth signings, Zabani, Dean Huijsen, Kirkes. No one was going, oh my God, look at those signings that Bournemouth have made. And yet they managed to sell, the three of them for like over £150 million. So, I think,
how's this, mate? Bournemouth have scored 6 goals. They've conceded 5. And yet they've won 3 of their games out of 4.
Yeah, well, this is it. Listen,
when they're good, they're very, very good. But when they're bad, they're horrid.
Let's put it like this: Spurs under Thomas Frank have conceded 1 goal in 4 games. Okay, and we conceded 63 goals last season. We've kept 3 clean sheets. We managed 6 clean sheets in the whole of last season, and already, with 9 points, we've got 25% of our point total from last season already.
No, a bit more, not quite, a bit more.
Well, It's not far off. What was it? 20? What we got? No, what
38 points. Yeah, it's like 24%, 23.5%.
24. Okay.
Yeah.
We're splitting hairs.
Just being statistical, because I've seen people on Twitter saying that we've already conceded. What's the phrase?
Oh, I've seen some of them have been ridiculous. Like we've already conceded the same.
Some of them are wrong. Yeah. Saying that we got as many clean sheets already this season as we did last season.
No, well, we don't. 50% is still pretty amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
For a Spurs team, you got to remember, since the great days of Toby and Jan, right, where we hardly conceded a goal, to have only conceded one goal.
Yes, maybe. We've had a very easy start though.
We played Man City away, Sean.
Yeah, I know we have, but that's like Burnley at home to a lot of teams.
Yeah. Listen. Let's not make any bones about it. For Spurs, the November fixture list is looking absolutely insane. Brutal. Champions League and Premier League. If you come out of that with yourself intact, you'll be doing very, very well. What was I going to say to you? Yesterday's game, we didn't start quickly. I thought Paqueta had a good chance to score early doors. But after that, Spurs, we tend to grow into games under Thomas Frank. But what's always encouraging, Sean, is the fact you always see him on the touchline, calling players over, showing them bits of paper. Cochrane comes out, he does his bit.
Yeah, but iPad FC, love it.
It's just fantastic to watch. And that second half when we came out, that pass, if there was a pass of the season so far, or pass of the month, it would have to be Cuti Romero's pass for Bergvall, and to get on and time his run and produce that looping header. I see a lot of people say the keeper should have done better, but come on, guys, you know, it was fantastic. And then he got the assist, the set pieces, Sean. I mean, when did you last see Spurs?
Yeah, we said this, didn't we? We said this before the season started. It was set pieces were going to be a factor. We could see that in pre-season. That was obvious. And even the players we bought have been obviously key to that. Like even the smaller players have been bought in that are good for taking them, and the bigger players we bought in that have been good for receiving them. So it's all good. It's all good things, mate. Everything looks good with Tottenham. But we'll talk about the massive roundup tomorrow, guys. We'll let you go because the big Manchester derby is about to start in the next few minutes. So
what's your thoughts, Sean? Before you go, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I think City are gonna put one on personally. Well, I don't know. I mean, Manchester United have got a way of raising their game, but and City haven't exactly started the season particularly well. The thing is, I'm so devastated the fact that Burnley just conceded that last goal, because Liverpool have been really average, and yet they've managed to win 4 from 4. And it just feels like this is the way it's going to be. It just feels like this is the problem, right? So do you want there to be a title challenge? If you do, you probably want City to win. But
do you really fancy that? I mean, listen, I've gone on about Phil Foden. I think Phil Foden will link up well with Haaland. But when I look at the fact that Kusanov has come back in today at right back, you got Nico Riley at left back. Is that really strong? Is that really strong?
No, I just think that Man United are shocking, mate. So, but like on paper versus paper, I would sit there and say that that Tottenham are that Manchester City are the best team of the two. But I also think that Man City are not starting that well. I think Man United, as bad as they are, they have a propensity to be able to do things against Manchester City. So I'm interested to see how it goes. But I tell you what, part of me is sitting there thinking, mate, like, what is it you want from the season? Like, are Man United not going to be a threat? United are not going to be a threat. United are going to finish somewhere between 9th out of Europe and the bottom half, right? In my opinion, I don't see them as a threat to Tottenham. I don't see them as a threat to European places. And obviously, I sit there and think that Manchester City are a threat to Liverpool. But Liverpool get the rub all the time. Everything just falls their way. I'm not saying that they didn't deserve the penalty.
They grind it. You know, they do.
No,
grind
I
it.
hear you on that. But I'm just saying, but do you want there to be a title race? If you do, then you should probably root for a City win today, because otherwise Liverpool are going to walk away with it.
Yeah, well, no, I think Arsenal are going to be there all season. I really do. Interesting thing is, I mean, I'm a massive fan of Matheus Cunha. I absolutely love the player, but I actually think that today not having Matheus Cunha will actually be a benefit to them, because they're going to have Ahmad on one side and Buemo on the other with Benjamin Sesko. And I think it'd be interesting to see. He's gone for Ugarte and Fernandes today in the middle, because Casemiro definitely doesn't have the legs, with Mazwari and Dorgu on the flanks. It's going to be interesting, but I think Luke Shaw is the weak link there again.
Yeah,
down the middle. Lemons isn't starting, mate, and they're going again for Badia.
Yeah,
we think he's poor, do we not?
Who? Badia?
Alex Badia. Baindia. How would you pronounce it? Alex Baindia?
In what position?
The goalkeeper, mate.
PayPal calling.
Baindia?
Time code is
Yeah.
9374.
Who are you calling?
Again, your code is 9374.
I'm trying to get something sorted out. Alex Baindia is who, for Manchester United?
Yeah, the goalkeeper.
Well, I don't know who he is.
Oh,
no, you're talking about the Turkish guy.
The goalkeeper, mate.
Yeah. The Turkish guy. You're pronouncing it all wrong.
Baindia.
Baindia, the Turkish guy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, is he starting? Is he?
Yeah, instead of Lemons.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what to say about that, mate. I think the
9374 code. All right, listen, guys, we'll let you go. Guys, be on the way out. Sean, have you done all the super chats, mate?
Yeah, I've done them all. I think we've done them all.
Done them all, yeah? Okay. Listen, guys, on your way out, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you're listening on audio, guys, don't know what's up with you guys, but our follow record is absolutely shocking. I think there's more people that follow Accrington Stanley than follow us. Right, guys. See you tomorrow. It's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from him. Enjoy the game. See you later, guys. Take care. Bye.
Come on, City.